mind reset. So you don't always think of what to spend on. Think of how to raise your income. Very, very important. Some people live in bigger houses and all that. Some have furnished their rooms with, and their parlors and rooms with all manner of TVs. Every room you go, you see TV. Every room you go, you see TV. And today, the children have left the home, and some of those TVs have become obsolete. You say, why are they obsolete? They are not technologically compliant. They can't work with YouTube. They can't work with internet. So you just have gadgets that are just lying all over the place. They can't work. Because now you've upgraded yourself to using Wi-Fi, using Starlinks or whatever it is you use, or whether it is ZTE to get your Wi-Fi. And some of those things you bought are useless. Some people buy necklaces, spend heavily on necklaces. Women in particular, you spend money on things that are not. I thought that COVID would have taught women some lesson. Because during COVID, many people did not go anywhere, and you go to the wardrobe everywhere, fill up with clothes. Are you people going out with your clothes? Everybody was grounded. And so after COVID, I thought that everybody would say, what is the need of acquiring this? Or what do you find? Women keep buying. As we are here now, some people are looking at people's hair. Oh, this hair, I like this hair. Some are looking at some people's clothes. I like who's your tailor? I'm just thinking of how to buy and acquire. Am I communicating this morning? Yeah. We need to change that mindset of wanting to always acquire things. It has not helped anyone, and it's putting people into serious trouble. So our mindset needs to change. But don't forget, the point I'm making here is defeat lifestyle inflation. Defeat lifestyle inflation. Their neighbor, delay gratification. That's one of the ways to defeat lifestyle inflation. Stop trying to impress people who are not interested in you. You're trying to just be everywhere. You want to socialize. You want to be everywhere. They call a party here, Ashwebi, come and buy Ashwebi. You want to buy. Must you buy? You mustn't buy the Ashwebi. You mustn't appear in every function. Just learn to be yourself. You can't afford it, you can't afford it. Some people are still owing money for Ashwebi they borrowed some 2 years ago. They've created enmity for themselves because they didn't even pay for the Ashwebi. When a simple, I'm sorry, I can't afford it, would have solved that problem. You want to impress everybody, learn to say no. Learn to say no. It's very, very important. They bring this, but you women are your victims. Somebody just come and say, I have shoe, bag, and then you say, try your leg in the shoe, and then your leg has not even entered the shoe. You see, can't you see how it fits you? For a leg that has not even entered the shoe, it says, you see how it fits you? And they're psyching you up. And then you're collecting on credit. Avoid those who say, buy now and pay later. On just makeup, cream, all kinds of nonsense, clothes, just trying to be like the Joneses, just want to be like those who have been out. Not necessary. Nobody's interested. If you want to know that who are interested, when you go back to your office, ask anybody in your office and say, can you remember the clothes I wore last week, Monday? You guys, even yourself, you can't even remember. Then you expect somebody to remember, yet you were doing all of that to impress them. So try and live within your income. Don't try to be everywhere. Some people go to parties and they want to show off. They bring money. Thank God for CBN that has banned the use of all this spraying of money. People start spraying money. You see, you go to, as you appear at the venue, you see all these money changers, they'll be carrying brand new notes. For what? You don't need to spray anything. You can put the money in an envelope and give to the person a day before or 2 days before, or you can do a transfer. Avoid this show game where people will see you and say, yeah. You create problem for yourself. And now with the level of insecurity we have in the country, these criminals are monitoring those videos that you post online. And they're attracted to it. And if they feel that, they look at your jewelry, this one has jewelry. I sent the post to my wife yesterday where armed robbers went to somebody's house and started mentioning everything. The money that your social person gave to you, the jewelry that you bought so day, bring them. And the person was like, how did you, when they were done robbing her, the lady asked, how did you get to know this information? He said, we see it on your social media posts. I'm one of those people that like you. I'm your friends. So be careful what you post. Learn to discipline yourself. Connect from them. But they're not helping you. They're putting you into debt. And when you go into debt, it's only God that will save you. They say, he that goes a borrowing goes a sorrowing. If you don't want to end up as a sorrowful person, learn to say no when they drag you into things. Learn to say no. One of my friends was doing a wedding. He was getting married. And that's one of those guys I mentioned now. And he said, Ben, you're going to be in charge of the bullion van. All the money they collect, you'll be in charge. And he made arrangement, with the banks. Send it bank at that time so that they'll come with their van. to stay, be on standby to collect money. I thought he was going to receive big money. It's not that money we got for that event. This was many years ago, not today. Was not up to 700,000 naira. Some people were bringing empty envelope. They just bring envelope, nothing inside. To come and collect umbrella and some of the gift items he was giving out. He had prepared very well, thinking that people would give him very fantastic money. So stop trying to impress people. They are not interested in you. The people you see have their own problem. They have their everything that is bothering them in their head. They're not interested in whatever you're offering them. So please learn to stay focused. Mind your business. People are not interested in you. They're interested in themselves. You don't need the new shoe or handbag to match. Those things are not necessary. Another point I would like to point out here is the issue. By the way, instead of increasing expenses every time income rises, increase your investment. Increase your investment. Instead of increasing your expenses every time there's a raise in your income, increase your investment. Your future self will thank you. My daughters were doing birthday, and I said, rather than give you money, what I would do every birthday, I just buy some shares and I give you as your own gift. It's better than I give you money, you squander it, and then it's there for the future and it grows. For those of you who remembered last year around November, FCMB was selling their shares for about 10 naira. FCMB Bank, about 10 naira. Today, that same shares have gone to about 12 naira. So imagine if you bought 1 million naira shares, that would have been 1.2 million. 20% increase. So you'd have earned additional 200,000 in less than just about 6 months plots. So learn to invest in things that are valuable. That's point number 5. Invest in assets, not just consumption. Point number 5, invest in assets. Many people spend money on things that lose value, but neglect assets that appreciate or generate income. Invest in assets. Consider investments such as productive businesses, real estate, agricultural ventures, mutual funds, stock, treasury instruments, skill development, and education. Invest in assets. Let me talk about one asset that anybody can invest, and it's a sure banker. Nothing will happen to it. Take it to the bank. You will come back and tell me thank you. This building where we stay today, I bought this land for 500,000 naira, year 2000. 500,000 naira. Real estate is one solid thing that if you do, you can't go wrong. 500,000 naira in 2000. Today, same land, same along this road, is being sold 70 million naira. You see the difference? Even if you're working for government, by the time they pay your gratuity, you see that it still does not. So, because the fellowship believes in living good life. Because we are not going to live here forever. Some of you work, and think you will live forever. And you don't spend your money. As much as I speak on this side, there's also the need to balance it. There's some people who have made so much money to bring out money. It's difficult for them. Very difficult. Their hands are tight-fisted. As if you have to use. I don't know, particularly with our men. Women are very good at spending. They don't think. But the men, hard. Some of them are very tough. I was telling some of my friends, I said, you soon die, you. You're already 70 something. Spend money for your wife. Take your wife on vacation. Don't just be, your hands are always. Go on vacation. And let me say this to all of you here. If you die without going on vacation, you're the one that suffers. You're the one that loses. Some of us have not even traveled outside this country. And you're thinking in terms of big money. It's not necessarily big money. Just have a feel of what this life is all about, or see it from other country. You don't necessarily have to go to America or Germany or whatever. You can even go to Ghana here or Cotonou here. Just see life from a different. You see, traveling is a part of education. It opens your mind. Join groups that will challenge your thinking. That will challenge the way you look at life. For instance, this group, the same group I just mentioned now, they are going on vacation. They are going on a program in Berlin, in Germany, by next month. And I said to my wife, when we get to Berlin, we'll go to Sweden, we'll go to Denmark. Just cover the whole world. In November, they are going to Canada. Join groups that will expose you. Don't just stay in one place. Live life because time is going. And like I said to some of my friends who are 70, I said, the time is coming when they ask you to enter plane, you don't want to enter. Because to sit in one place for hours will be boring. Am I communicating? Okay, they're giving me notice. How many more minutes? Okay. So I'm sorry, I will not be able to go on and on. Let me quickly rush on these things. Number 7, and invested huge money without even telling me. 10 million. Another one invested 20 million. I got into it, but I was too smart. As the money was coming, I was using to buy. I was furnishing my house, buying beds, buying all kinds of things. So when they sealed up, I didn't even do anything, because even if I lost 2 million, what I had collected from them was more than 8 million. So I was good. But avoid them, really. Anything that looks too good to be true, it is. If anything sounds too good to be true, don't get involved. We arrived at Dubai. As soon as we arrived at Dubai airport, my wife and my kids, we met this set of people. They look fantastic. And how will you doubt them? They are at the Dubai airport, international airport. And then they offered us all kinds of things, and we thought they were real. In fact, they even took us to several sightseeing centers. We went to all the places that is fantastic in Dubai. They funded it. I spent over $20,000 investing on that thing, but it was all a scam. They were selling timeshares as if it was real estate. I was thinking that is this and real estate investment. Only the fact that it's timeshare, there's nothing in it. Even up to last 3 weeks, they were calling me, bring more money. I said, put it in writing now. Because I've already gotten a lawyer in Dubai to say, I said, let them put it in writing exactly what it is. They stop communicating. If it looks too good to be true, then it is fake. Avoid them. Caveat emptor. Buyers beware. Knowledge must precede investment. Don't just invest anyhow. You must have the knowledge of what you're investing in. Any investment promising unusually high returns with little or no risk should be approached with caution. Wealth creation is a process, not a miracle. Did you hear that now? Wealth creation is a process and not a miracle. If it just happens overnight, they say, put this one now, you get this now. Be careful. There's nothing like that. Not even in Freetown, there's no free food. Anything that announces sudden wealth, be careful. Patience remains one of the greatest investment strategies. Be patient. Watch. After a while, you will know whether it's true or not. Don't get involved. Finally, number 7, invest in yourself. The highest return investment is often self-development. Self-development. Improve yourself. Improve yourself. Learn skills. If you work in an organization, learn. Acquire skill as much as you can. Acquire skill, professional skills. Learn from the organization. Learn from where you work. You may not know how you're going to use that skill, but just learn as much skill as possible. Keep learning. Very, very important. Don't let your phone be used only for all those useless jokes that they crack on social media, or all those useless videos they share. Acquire skill. Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube. Acquire skills. In fact, my wife wrote her master's exam for one of her courses just by going on YouTube to look at the way that particular topic was taught by the individual. And she understood it better. She was having difficulty. She didn't understand what they were saying in class. But just watching it on YouTube, she was able to pass the course. And she had A in many of those courses by watching YouTube. So use the technology that you have to your own advantage. Don't see your TV as a place where you just sit down and be watching home video and be laughing. Just be laughing. Nobody's laughing with you. You're just laughing. Use that thing to empower yourself. Look for relevant topics that will empower your life and learn skills by just watching them on YouTube. That's one of the beautiful things about YouTube. You can give yourself training on any subject in life. So please acquire skills. This is very, very important. A friend of mine, the daughter is in. They live in the US, and should not be secured by wishful thinking, but by intentional financial decisions. Save consistently, invest wisely, avoid unnecessary debt, build valuable skills, create multiple streams of income, think beyond today. Remember, money saved creates security. Money invested creates wealth. Financial wisdom creates freedom. Financial wisdom, which is what you're acquiring now, will create financial freedom. The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is today. In today's Nigeria, survival depends on earning, but prosperity depends on saving wisely and investing intelligently. Thank you very much.